Phi Mu Alpha Sinfonia's singing valentines are known to catch people off guard. They'll sing in apartments, restaurants, the mall, even a lecture hall. Tonight I learned 2 out of the 11 languages taught. In sign language, I can now say, and in Korean, I can now say hello, how are you, to my friends and family by saying 안녕, but it also means goodbye if I say it like this, 안녕. In 2016, there were 48 reported tornadoes in the state of Illinois. Students should know how to prepare for a tornado if there were one in the Champaign-Urbana area. Lifeguards at the Urbana Indoor Aquatic Center have to be alert at all times, and thanks to them, swimmers can feel at ease, knowing that these lifeguards are scanning the water, can give first aid, and rescue those in need. Today being the first time that Wingstop has hosted an Easter egg hunt, it was unclear how many would show up. Roughly 800 showed up today, and all proceeds will go to Carl Hospital.
Rodney Davis! Where is Rodney Davis?
You know where he is? He's hiding!
Protesters want the Affordable Care Act to remain as is, unless Congress votes to replace it with the expanded and improved Medicare for All Act, providing all individuals with free health care. Deborah Shaishun showed up today for her husband.
We did not have access to health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. My husband would die.
Former Champaign County Board Chairman Al Kurtz is not affected directly by the Affordable Care Act, but supports it for saving thousands of lives.
It's a life and death issue. Very simple. If you see some people who have their families and lives saved because of the Affordable Care Act, yeah, there's need for improvement. There's no doubt about it.
Other than a cardboard cutout, Davis was not present at the protest. His press secretary sent the following to protesters in Champaign, Normal, and Springfield regarding the Affordable Care Act. 31 million people can't afford to use the insurance they have because deductibles have increased by 64% nationwide. These are the facts.
We need a representative in Illinois 13 who represents our values and our best interests, not the corporations.
In Champaign, I'm Liz Jassin, UI7 News. At Crystal Lake Park in Urbana, children and their families searched for eggs as well as enjoyed each other's company. Wingstop is closed 3 days out of the year, and this past year, they've hosted non-for-profit events on their off days. 2 weeks ago, in honor of Easter, store franchisee Sahil Contractor started planning a community Easter egg hunt.
Everyone had a lot of fun, so there's a little chaotic, but that's expected, so it was a good time overall.
Why was it chaotic? Well, with more people, there was a need for more eggs. Today being the first time that Wingstop has hosted an Easter egg hunt, it was unclear how many would show up. Roughly 800 showed up today, and all proceeds will go to Carl Hospital. Sahil and the rest of the Wingstop team gave out golden eggs to those who did not receive any or many eggs.
I have a golden egg.
What's the eggs that you got? Originally, there were over 2,500 eggs to be dispersed, but by the third hunt, there were only 500 left.
We ran 3 separate races, and it didn't go as planned. Usually, we had separate age groups, but there was just too many of one age group. Like, that was a majority. There was a line past the bridge, up the stairs, so we had to make it fair as possible for everyone, because this is for the kids. It's not, the adults are here, have a good time, they have to watch their kids, but this is for the youth, and I'm just trying to bring, I'm trying to make their day a lot better.
Wingstop's Easter egg community hunt raised $1,000 from donations, which will be given to Carl Hospital. In Urbana, Liz Jassin, UI7 Newsbreak. This week is International Week, hosted by international students and Scholar Services. It's a campus-wide event week celebrating the cultures represented at Illinois. Last night was Taste of Languages, a speed dating format language learning event in the hallway of the Foreign Language Building. Lecturer in the linguistic department for the ESL writing program, Jin Pennell, came out determined to broaden her scope of language.
3, yeah, at least 8, I think. Not that I memorized all of them.
Jennifer Avery, assistant director at International Student and Scholar Services, tried a new format this year. Rather than making participants choose 2 languages to learn in 2 25-minute sessions, 11 languages were available to learn in 6-minute intervals.
And a lot of people have given me feedback that they like learning these new languages, even if it's just a little bit, because it gives them kind of a window into this other world or this other, culture that maybe they wouldn't have had a chance to get to know.
After observing the participants taste these languages, I decided to give it a try too.
Or just 안녕. Just 안녕. Yeah. 안녕.
Tonight I learned 2 out of the 11 languages taught. In sign language, I can now say, and in Korean, I can now say hello, how are you to my friends and family by saying 안녕, but it also means goodbye if I say it like this, 안녕. Panal found it interesting that each language booth had different approaches to teaching.
In the Arabic booth, they showed how to spell your name first, because maybe that's what's most interesting to people. Also because the writing system is very different from English, so maybe that's why they focused on the writing system.
The goal of the events this week are to turn the focus to the international community and really shine a spotlight on the richness that they bring to U of I and the Champaign-Urbana community as a whole. In Urbana, Liz Jassin, UI7 News. And I'm Liz Jassin. Governor Bruce Rauner came to Champaign this week to talk about balancing the state budget and more. Time to check in with UI7's Peter Bailey Wells live in Urbana to see what tonight's Fastcast brings. As you can see, the snow did not come today. It's melting, but still pretty chilly. Let's look at tonight's Fastcast. Just as you can see, just west of Champaign in Missouri, they've got showers, they have storms, which explains our colder temperatures, which we're experiencing. Let's take a look at our local temperatures. So in Champaign-Urbana, 53 degrees. Over in Danville, 54. Those warmer temperatures are making their way up from the southern states and bringing us 49 degrees for tomorrow afternoon with partly sunny. And last but not least, the Illini track teams head to Drake University in Iowa for the historic Drake Relays. The Illinois men's team is looking to defend its Hy-Vee Cup title as the school with the best relay teams at the meet. That's all for sports. Back to you at the desk.